Hello everyone, welcome back again to my channel. So today I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful beaded bag. This is a drawstring bag. You can call it a Potli Batua bag, and it's beautiful. Over here I have 6mm bead over here, my plier and my beading wire. This is all we are going to use. So I'm going to start with 6 beading. I'm going to start with 6. I put 6 bead on the line and I'm crossing the last bead with my right line and I'm pulling it down. So this is how the first ring look like. It has 6 bead. So for the left line I add 5 bead and I'm going to cross the last one with my right line and pull. You cross it and pull it down, just like that. So this is how, now we have 2 rings and this is how it's looking like. So with this line I'm going to go to the next bead, this one. My left line, I'm adding 4 bead. So here I'm going to go to the next bead and I'll be adding 4 bead. This is the starting. If you get this right, you'll have the beautiful bag that exactly you see. So I'm going to go to this one. That's the next bead. Pull and add 4 bead to the line, your left line. Now I'm going to go to the next bead again. 4 bead. So with this stage I'm going to go to the next 2 bead. Go to the first one and I'm going through the second one again. So this is what it looks like, and over here I'm adding 3 bead to my left line so I can complete that circle. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So when you're done with this is what it should look like a star looking beading. This like this is what you should have. Now we are going to continue, so I'm going to go to the next bead and I'm adding 4 bead. I'm going to go to the next bead again. I'm going to the next bead, pull, and now add 3 bead. I'm going to go through the next 2 bead, 1, 2. And I'll be adding 3 bead. I'm going to go through the next bead. And now add 3 bead. I'm adding 3 bead. So I'm going to go through the next two bead. Next two bead. And I'll be adding 3 bead. I'm going through the next bead and I'll be adding 3 bead. Okay, now let's take a look at how the pattern is going over here. Okay, 6 5 6 5 6 5 in the ring, and the next one will be 6, then the next one will be 5. That's how we are going to repeat it all around the circle. So if you complete, this is what you should have on this stage, looking like this. And now we are going to continue again. On this stage, this is how the shape is looking like. You have a round shape. So my line is in 1 bead and I'm adding 10 bead to my left line. You see, I add 10 bead and I go through the bead. Make sure your line stay in 4 bead. Okay, your line stay in 4 bead. So with this line, I'm going to go to the next bead. This one right here, the next bead. I'm going to go through it and I'll add 6 bead. So I'm making sure my line stays in 4 bead. Like this. Make sure your line is in 4 bead. Now, next bead. I'm going to pick up 6 again, 6 bead, and I'll go through 4 bead, just like that. Over here, this stage 2, we are going to pick 1 1 1 and add 6 bead. So I'm going to the next one again. Let me do this final stage, then you do yours and we come back. I add 6 bead. Now my line is in 4 bead and this is how it's looking like. So we are going to go through each and every one of the bead and add 6 all around the circle. That is what we are going to do. Add 6 bead. Do it and I'll meet you over here. So go around and come back. I'm going to do it off camera. Okay, this is the last stage that my line is going to go to this bead over here because I left with the last bead. So I'm going to go through it, and over here I don't have to add more bead. I'm going to cross and pull my line through the bead on the opposite side. So I'm going to go through 4 bead on this line. You see, my line is in 4 bead on each side. Okay, so what a number of bead that I need? 2 bead to complete that circle. Two bead, then you complete this circle. This is how it's looking like, and this is what you should have. Over here we are going to continue again. I'm going to go through the next bead over here and I'll add 4 beads. See, my line is in 2 bead, this and this one. So I'm going to add 4 bead. And I'm going to go to the next 2 bead, this one and this one. Next 2 bead, and now add 3 bead. I'm going to go to the next 2 bead again, 1, 2. And now adding 3 bead. Next 2 again. On this stage, we'll be going through 2 bead and add 3 bead. Just trust the process and you're gonna get it. So on this stage, the rings take 6 bead. So that is what we are going to repeat. Take 2, add 3, 2, add 3 until you complete the whole circle. That's what you are going to do all around the circle. This is how it's looking like. Okay, now I'm on the last one, so I'm going to go to the last 2. Go to the last 2 of those beads over there. Then I will cross and put my line into this one over here, this bead. I don't need to pick 3 bead again. I have to cross and put it through that line. This, you see, now my line is in 4 bead. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bead over here. So what I need to add 2 bead. Only 2 bead I'm going to add to complete that circle. Just like that. This stage 2 is complete. So we have to continue again. Let me zoom it nicely. Okay. So this is how it's looking like. This is how the base, we are just preparing the base so we can build on our bag. But we're going to continue. Over here, I'm going to use this metallic bead. This is 6mm metallic bead, and I'm going to use it to continue my beading. I'm going to do 4/4 beading over here. I'm going to start with 3 bead and pull. I'm going to go through the next bead, this one, and now add 2 bead, 2 bead. Next bead, two bead. This stage is 4/4 beading. We're going to bead 4 flower beading. We're going to go to the next bead, and now add 2 bead. Next bead, 2 bead. So this is how we are going to repeat all around the circle, going through each bead and adding 2 beads. So we're going to go through each bead on the circle, add 2 2 2 all around it and complete. This is how it's looking like. This is the beginning. So we are going to go around the circle, go through each bead and complete. Going to go through and add 2 beads. Go through it until you complete the circle. So I'm on my last stage over here, and I'm going to go through this one and this bead right here, this one, to complete that round. This one right here, I'm going to go through it too, so I can build on it. I need only 1 bead over here to complete that circle. This is what you should have when you are at the finishing edge. This is what you should have. And I'm adding only 1 bead on this row. So I'm starting the next row again, the second row on it. I'm adding 3 to start with, like how we did for the first time, like this. I'm going to go through the next bead and now add 2 beads. Next bead, and now add 2 beads. So this stage 2, we are going to repeat the same thing we did for the first row and complete it again. Here I complete these 3 rows on it, and I'm doing the 4th one. I'm doing the 4th row on it. So I'm going to continue the 4th row. When I'm done, I'm going to continue with the pearl, the white pearl. So when I complete the 4th row on it, I'm going to continue with the white pearl and build it high. That's what I'm going to do now. It's easy and simple to do. Just trust the process. So I'm going to continue round and come back. This is what it's looking like. This is what I've done so far. I build on it. I weave row. I think I have 16 rows over here. 16 in total. We are going to continue our beading. This is how it's looking like so far. Now my line is in this bead. We are going to continue, and I'm going to add, going through the next bead. See, now my line is in 2 bead over here. So what I'm going to add 8 bead. This is 8. And my line is going to remain in 3 bead. Because I want my line to remain in 3 bead. like this. 3 bead, 1, 2, 3. That's where my line is. So I'm going to go to the next 2 bead. Next 2, next 2 bead, okay? Then I'm adding 5 bead. So my line remain in 3 bead. I'm going to go to the next 2 bead again. Next 2. Five bead. Line remain in 3. So this is how we are going to repeat round the circle. I'm going to go to the next 2 bead and do the same thing. I'm going to pick up 5 bead and now continue the same way. This is what we are going to repeat all around the edges. Repeat, go through 2 and add 5, and remain, your line should remain in 3 bead. So I have complete mine, and this is what I've done. This is how it's looking like so far, and we are going to continue from here too. Then you get this bead out of the way so we can continue our beading. I'm going to add 4 gold on the line. Then I'm going to go to the next bead and now add 2 bead. 2 bead. I'm going to go to the next bead and add 2 bead. Two bead. The next bead, 3 bead. This stage 2, this is where we are going to repeat round the circle. You go through 1 and add, we are taking 5 4 5 4 5 4. So this is how it's looking like so far. So when you do 5 in a ring, the next one takes 4 bead. 4 5 4 5 4. That's what you will repeat this stage until we complete. 3 bead. Just take your time and trust the process, and you will get the same thing I weave over here. It's a beautiful, beautiful bag. Two bead. So the same thing we are going to repeat around the edge. So I'm going to go to the next bead and I'll be adding 3 beads. So the pattern is 5 4 5 4. If you pick up 5, you have to do 4 next. 5 4 5 4. That's how the pattern is going to go on this round. So you go do it round the edges and come back, meet me here. I'll do mine off camera. So here is the bag that we've made, okay? And here is looking like this is the edge that I complete with the gold bead, and it's looking so pretty already. So with these holes we make around the edge, this is where we are going to put our line through to pull. Okay, ribbon is good. If you have a ribbon, it's really good. So it's because it's easy go through the bead, but because I don't have a ribbon, I'm going to use this bead string that I made. This is how I made it, and I'm going to show you how we are going to put it through the holes. If you have ribbon, you don't have to make a bead string. You can put 2 or 3 beads at the end of the ribbon to make it pretty. So this is how we are going to pull the bead through the holes. You come in, you pull, then you come out again through another window we create. Those little windows. So you go in and come out through the other one. Let me hold it. Okay, I got it. Oh, it's only one line. Let me hold it well. So you go through that and come out. Then outside you are going to come in through another one. That is how you are going to pull your line. This is how it's looking like. This is how you're going to pull your line through the bead. Those little windows we create, that's how we are going to do it until you come to the meeting place and draw and pull it tight so that the edge can pull together. This is how it's looking like. I'm done with it, and this is how it's looking like. If you have a ribbon, it's perfectly fine because bead is a little hard to pull. You can tie it. I put this jewelry spacing bead in between the beads just to make it look pretty. This is the spacing bead. It's a 8mm metallic bead, round. This is very beautiful. This is 8mm. I used to use in between the pearls so it can look pretty. So this is how it's looking like. Now I have to put handle on it, okay? You have to hold it with your hand. This bag can hold your car key, can hold your phone, can hold your purse because it's a little deep. I'm going to position this handle on the side and hook it to the bag. Okay, so here is my line, and I'm going to go through the edge bead of the handle that I made. I'm going to the edge bead, and I'm going to put one bead on each side of the line. I'm putting bead on this one, and the other side I'm adding 1 bead. Okay, so on the bag, this is how it's looking like. On the back, I'm going to pull this bead, this line through. I'm going to cross it in the bead that I think is perfect. This one right here. I'm going to cross both lines into this bead. Okay, this one pull this way. The other one is going to pull to the opposite side. So over here, I'm going to work my way around the bead so I can tie it on one side before I weave the rest of the line into my bead. So here I pull it through. I pull my line through, and I'm going to go through this bead right here. And I'll weave the rest of the line into the bead, but I want to tie it first, tie 1 knot first before I do that. So now that I have both lines on this side, I'm going to go through this bead right here, so I can have both lines together and tie. Just work your way around the bead and have it together, so you can tie in between the beads, so you don't tie on the bead. Tie in between the bead and make it secure. Now I will weave the rest of the line into the bead, and the same thing we did over here, that's what we are going to repeat on the other side. You find a spot, make sure it's lined with the first spot, then you attach it to the bag like we did for the first part. So this is how it's looking like. I'm done with attaching it, and this is the final product. This is the finished product. Look at how pretty this bag looks. Look at the pretty of the bag, guys. Look at how beautiful this bag turned out. It can hold your purse, your car keys, your whatever you want to put in, and your phone. If you don't want to have a bulky bag hanging on your shoulder, just pick up this one. Make for yourself. Easy to carry around. This is pretty. Thank you for spending this time with me, guys, and thank you for your time with me, and I'll see you in my next video.